Hammers, build your body and your bank. Check out how to earn 10K per month plus with my business intelligence, finance technology, consultant training accelerator program. Link in the description. Hey, welcome back. Hassan here. All right, we are heading to Okay, so the discussion topic is it possible to put on 50 pounds of muscle naturally? And I think the answer to that is yes. And that's exactly what motivated me to make this channel. So pretty much I'm documenting my journey to 180 pounds. I started at 130. I'm at 170, and I have to say I got 20 pounds of muscle a year for the first 2 years, which appears to be at the upper limit of what's possible naturally. So that's what I want to share with you guys, exactly how I did it. And I'd have to say it's actually not that hard if you do it correctly. The last 10, 15 pounds might be hard. They are hard. The gains definitely slow down, but they're still there. Now, so 50 pounds of muscle naturally. That is the objective. So how do you do it? Well, first, I would say this is how I did it. I drank 3 protein shakes a day, each with a scoop of oatmeal and each with a scoop of creatine. For me, this was a game changer because when I started, I was about 140 pounds and I was getting skinny fat. I used to be fit when I was younger, around 18 to 25. But after the age of 30, I would say I started becoming unfit, and then I really fixed it quite fast. So I was getting skinny fat and I was 140 pounds, and for the first year or so, I did 15 minutes of cardio every day, 7 days a week. And I got to about 130 pounds lean. And from there, I started building. So how did I do it? I would say after a lot of experimentation, the ideal routine is to work out every other day. Now, I'm doing it a little bit less frequent than that because I'm in the middle of a startup, and I'm also doing it at odd times. It's right now 3:30 in the morning. Pretty much near the end of my day, I go and do it, and then I do a little bit more work. So even on hard mode, I would say it's possible. This is something that's important to me because I know what happens when I don't exercise. It impacts all other areas of life. Your sharpness declines, your motivation declines, your energy declines. I would say it's as important as showering. That's the way I think about it. So that's the backdrop to today's mission. We're going to do legs. Now, leg workout. This is the tricky one because it requires some motivation to work yourself up in the right state of mind to get into. And personally, what I like to do is listen to Tom Platz, who is a historic bodybuilder, and he really knew how to just push himself really hard. So I try to apply some of his principles. And when I first started working out, what I did was 20 rep hack squats, 9 sets. I was doing normal squats, but they kind of aggravated my lower back. So I switched to hack squat, 20 rep hack squats for 9 sets. Now, I would say it's extremely important to do full range of motion because at the very bottom, when the quad is the most stretched, and for muscle building, for hypertrophy, the most stretched part of the movement is the most important. So this is not like weight training where you are trying to use techniques to lift the most amount of weight, right? Like it's not like you're in a bench press contest and you're arching your back and you're using leg drive to lift maximum weight. I would say that's an entirely different sport. Not entirely different, but the focus is different. Here, you want to use what I call intensity techniques to make sure that you maximally stimulate the muscle for muscle growth. That's pretty much my approach in this channel. I call it intensity-based training. So what does that mean? It means doing full range of motion with good tempo and pushing yourself really hard using supersets, drop sets, partial reps. So once you fail, you do these quarter reps to go beyond failure. Techniques of that sort. So I relied on those for 2 years and I put on 20 pounds of muscle per year. And apparently, everybody wants to hop on steroids online, which I think is ridiculous. If you can put on 50 pounds of muscle naturally, then do you really need to consider enhancement? You know, I understand if people are trying to compete and all of that, but for the average person, I'd argue that you could just train properly and, you know, get proper results. Okay, so that's the backdrop. It's the journey to plus 50 pounds. For today, leg day, last time I went, I really pushed myself hard. I got in the zone and I went to failure. And I set up PR. So the nice thing is once you push yourself really hard and you take notes, progressive overload notes, you can refer to the weights and the rep range. And as long as you keep your rest period constant, you can't take 2-minute rest today and then 5-minute rest tomorrow or your next workout or whatever. It's not gonna work. So you keep your rest period constant. And now I know that when I go there, I kind of forget. But for the first set on Hack Squat, it's 12 reps, and the second set is 10 and then 9. And I superset those. So once I fail on the 12th, I pull off some plates and then I do 8 more. So I still go for the 20 reps. There's a concept called time under tension, and it's a driver of hypertrophy. So when you superset your exercise movements, you get the best of both worlds. You start with the heavy weight and it recruits maximum muscle fiber, but then when you recruit maximum muscle fiber, you can't put the tension on the muscle for as long duration as if you were to use a lighter weight, because you can only do like 6 reps. But if you did 30, you'd have much more time under tension. So when you superset it, you get the best of both worlds. You get the high weight and then you get the time under tension as well. So that's pretty much my approach, and I'll show you guys more inside, but pretty much I'm at the gym. I'm gonna park and we shall go work out some legs. We can be fun with the stair climber here too. All right, so this is the first and only working set I have for this. So I'm doing 120 pounds. Now I want to get this right. So I do 36 full reps and 16 half reps. And if I approach failure, I take a rest pause. So the intensity technique here is rest pause and superset with half reps. Okay, so at 15, it's about a 7 out of 10 on burn, but I'll take a bit of a rest pause. At 24, it's about a 8.5. So I have 12 more. Okay, now the burn is completely gone. 28 is back. That's 31. 33. They're pretty much at failure. They go from no burn to max burn in 2 reps now. Okay, and then partials. All right, so for the leg extensions, I used to do 2 of those sets, but I changed my leg workout a little bit. So for a year, I did 9 sets, 20 reps, and I kept the weight pretty much constant. And I put on like 20 pounds of muscle on my legs. But now I want to increase the weight more, so I removed 1 set of leg extensions. And for this, so this is pretty much just a warm-up set. I'm going to do 1 of these, maybe 5 to 8 reps. All right, so I did have to slowly work my way up to this. When I first started, I was just doing 25 pounds. Now my whole thing is proper range of motion, so that's what I recommend when you start. But I slowly worked my way up to this. So the goal for me right now is 12 reps. That was my PR last time. If I can get that now, I'll be satisfied. And pretty much a couple of gym sessions, I'll just keep doing this over and over until the 12 becomes easy, and then I'll increase the increment by a little more. All right. Okay, so this is a superset. So I got 12 and I need to get to 20. So I'll do 8 more reps on the drop set. I would say the 9 set 20 rep routine for the first year was really good. I'd recommend you guys do that, but eventually you want to switch it up. So I wasn't trying to use rest pauses with the heavier load, but with this load, I don't mind using rest pauses because at this point it's my cardio that's hit more than my legs. My legs have recovered a bit by now. All right, that's one. So 3 more like that, and then 1 high volume set. All right. So next session is 10 reps. And last time that got me to failure, I had to push really hard. So I was saying before, every now and then I come and I do a Herculean effort and I push the number of reps I did, and then the next couple of sessions I match it. So this one I'm just gonna match 10, but last time I got 10, it was proper effort. It got me lightheaded and it was a failure rep. So I'm gonna push again for 10 and then 10 on the drop set. All right, barely got the last one. Okay, so now the drop set, and even just a 45-pound plate burns the quads after a proper set. Okay, so I got 10 of these, but I'll take a moment to catch my breath. Cardio is definitely impacted if you do these late at night. If I was to guess, I'd say I'm probably at about 180 beats per minute. A pretty good form of cardio. One more. I'm the only one at the gym. It's pretty sweet. Usually there's at least 2 or 3 more people here, but looks like I'm the only one. All right, this is the last high load set. I should probably be doing more sets than just 3 heavy sets, but coming off of high volume workouts is nice for a change, and I'll increase it back after I finish my startup phase. So for this one, drop set again, 8 reps on the first, and then 12 to finish off my rep till 20. And then the 4th set after this is just 45-pound plates. and a high volume set of 20 reps. So all that to say, I need 8 reps right now. So that's what I'm gonna go for. My legs feel like rock solid. Like when I touch them without even flexing, they're like proper rock solid. They got blasted. Sweet, I got it. I take a big breath in and brace. It really helps. And I'm also trying not to do rest pauses on the first portion because I want to normalize it for progressive overload. You don't need every exercise to be progressive overload, but one main one you want to be meticulous with. But for me, it's going to be this one. All right, 12 more with this for the superset. Catch my breath. I don't know how I'm going to make it to 12. That first rep was really hard. All right, 4. All right, 7. The burn is near maximum, so I have to push. I have to shift one load on one knee while letting the other quad rest. 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so on the last one, the 45-pound plate times 12 reps at the end, the burning level went to, I would say, about 110%. And my quads feel absolutely pumped. So I'm gonna do 20 reps all the way up, all the way down. And then we'll go check out the pump. I do have, usually what I do is I do a one-legged leg exercise after this, but I think I'm satisfied with that. It's 4:15 in the morning, so I think the extra set probably will take more damage than benefit because my legs are already pretty blasted. So 20 reps of this. If it was daytime, I would go for it, but I do want to get back and get back to my work. So pretty much I'm on a 2 p.m. to 7 a.m. workout work schedule. Startup mode. I'm making pretty good time right now. It's about 45 minutes. My legs are fully exhausted and it was nice and efficient. All right, it's getting tough. I'll use the rest pause and then 9. All right, I'm gonna do them in 2s. That's 11. The burning is about 98%. All right, 3 more. It's at that point where if I stand there, the burning just increases even without me doing the exercise, unless I do this technique with the knee. One, two, 3. All right, sweet. Look at that. Fully empty. All right, let's go check out the pump. I would say this is a 10 out of 10 pump. It feels absolutely unreal. Definitely even better than the last session. Wow. All right. I know I got the Raccoon eyes going on just because I was awake all night and it's 4:30 in the morning. So it is what it is. I'll have to work out with Raccoon eyes. It's fine. But that being said, I have to say, I think that was one of the best workouts ever from a leg perspective because it took 55 minutes on the dot. And some of my other really good leg workouts usually take me an hour and a half, the high volume one. And then I don't want to do them when I'm sitting on my computer working on my startup or whatever else I need to do. So I would say this is an excellent mix of intensity and efficiency, but I'll pause there. And this is exactly what I did to put on 50 pounds of muscle. I just went ham every other day, drank 3 protein shakes, each with a scoop of oatmeal, creatine, a third of banana, quarter cup chocolate milk, and the rest water in a bullet blender. And I blended it up, drank that 3 times a day for 2 years, 5 eggs in the morning. And this type of workout every other day. And that was it. I put on 20 pounds of muscle every year. I did push to failure. I did use supersets, drop sets, partial reps, and all of that. But I will see you guys next time for chest and back. Hey, are you interested in project management consulting? Check out my blog where you can get a free roadmap on how to earn $10,000 per month or more in BI-FinTech consulting. That's business intelligence, finance technology consulting. Pretty much that's a fancy way of saying project management consulting in software data projects. This is my core expertise. I studied aerospace engineering, then pivoted, then became a professional project manager and cloud solutions architect. I can teach you how to do this. If you're looking to supercharge your career, be sure to check out my blog and roadmap. Totally for free, link in the description.